Coming up on CityView, Homeownership will tell you how the City of Austin helped one family become homeowners. Job Fair, the city makes job seeking a little easier. And Tax Time, find out if you qualify for a free tax return. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Leslie Sopko. Those stories and more, but first our top story. Austin Energy has begun formal discussions with the Austin City Council regarding a proposed electric rate increase. This is the first time in 17 years that the city's electric utility is looking to adjust base electric rates for all customers. Austin Energy has asked Council for a 12.5% increase to provide sufficient revenues needed for utility operations and cash transfers made annually to the city. After submitting its first proposal to Council, Austin Energy is now working on some other rate options to address concerns from Council and citizens about low-income customers and worship facilities. Those new proposals will be reviewed in February. Your feedback on these proposed rates is very important to us. To share your comments, please visit rates.austinenergy.com. In addition to making sure electric rates remain affordable for homeowners, the city is helping eligible residents live the American dream of owning their own home. The Down Payment Assistance Program and Housing Smarts are offered through the city's Neighborhood Housing and Community Development Department. Housing Smarts offers classes for individuals interested in learning more about buying a home and managing their finances so they can keep their home once they're in it. Here's the story of one Austin resident who used these services to become a homeowner.
Being a homeowner is just a wonderful feeling, but I didn't even know the City of Austin had programs like this, so it was like a big wow for us that it was available to us. They help with $10,000 of the cost of the home. It's a wonderful feeling to be able to provide your kids with their own space. There's 6 kids between us, a big family in a small space. All of us were sharing one bathroom, and there's a lot of banging on the door, a lot of yelling, a lot of just arguing. That was another blessing, having an extra bathroom. Christmas in the new house, that's one of the best things. And it was just wonderful to have all my family here, my parents, my sisters, nieces and nephews, my kids. I was just able to go and buy, new Christmas things and decorate the house outside, put up lights for the kids just so they could enjoy and have that. It was really neat, really fun. I loved it. My husband loved the backyard. I think that was what caught his eye about the home was the half acre in the back. 2 of the other kids love just throwing ball. We can just all get out there and watch the kids play and sit out in the yard, and we like it a whole lot. This kitchen actually is just a whole lot bigger than what we had, and everybody can sit down at the table, everybody can eat together, just be in the kitchen when we're cooking, so it's just really fun. Call the City of Austin to find out what resources are available to them and programs that they have to offer to help first-time home buyers to get into a new home, because there is assistance that is available to be a first-time home buyer.
Last year, Neighborhood Housing and Community Development served 370 households through the Down Payment Assistance Program and Housing Smarts. For more information on these services, visit austintexas.gov and search Down Payment Assistance. The city's bond development process is underway. A bond election task force has approved a community engagement strategy that includes a speak week for sharing ideas, online engagement tools, and an upcoming open house. The task force was appointed by the Austin City Council to identify and prioritize bond funding for projects that will advance the Imagine Austin vision. The open house will be held February 7th from 4:30 to 8 p.m. at the Palmer Events Center. City staff will be on hand to answer your questions regarding the bond development process and its guiding principles. The event will include live music from local talent and light refreshments. Free parking is available at the Palmer Events Center parking garage. For more information and updates, visit austintexas.gov/bond development. And now it's time for our Austin City Council update.
You may have to dish out a little extra cash the next time you take a late-night cab ride. The Austin City Council gave preliminary approval to an ordinance creating a peak hour surcharge for taxi cab rides that occur between the hours of 9 p.m. and 4 a.m. The fee will be $1 per passenger on those late-night or early morning rides. Council will discuss that fee again in the coming weeks before potentially implementing it. The City Council also approved a resolution directing the city manager to develop and provide recommendations for implementation and enforcement strategies surrounding the establishment of a $100 taxicab cleanup fee. Council set a public hearing for March 1st on an ordinance that would phase in a prohibition of single-use paper and plastic bags issued by retailers at checkout. The draft ordinance includes provisions for implementing a prohibition over the course of the next couple of years, with a surcharge per bag or per transaction in the interim period. Certain bags, like those used for laundry, yard trimmings, and at restaurants, would be exempt from the ordinance. You can read more about the draft ordinance at austinrecycles.com. Council renamed the Solid Waste Advisory Commission to the Zero Waste Advisory Commission. The ZWAC will make recommendations regarding the city's waste stream, including recycling, composting, alternative methods of waste disposal, garbage collection, landfill diversion, and other zero waste programs offered by Austin Resource Recovery. And Council approved the purchase of new cost-efficient mobile communications equipment to be used in emergency medical services ambulances. This equipment will allow EMS personnel to quickly transmit critical cardiac patient information to hospitals while en route. Devices will also allow for the current dispatch communication systems to be consolidated with systems that relay patient medical records, providing a more efficient transfer of data during each stage of an emergency. In all, Council considered 73 items at its January 26th meeting. Its next regularly scheduled meeting will be February 2nd. For CityView, I'm Larry Schooler.
Once again, it's time to settle up with Uncle Sam. Tax returns are due by April 16th this year, and the City of Austin has partnered with foundation communities to provide families earning $50,000 or less with free tax returns. Mayor Pro Tem Cheryl Cole and Councilmember Bill Spellman joined foundation communities and Austin area partners in announcing the launch of the Community Tax Center program for the 2012 tax season. Last year, the community tax centers assisted more than 18,000 people in recovering some $29 million in refunds.
We need to get the word out to folks in Austin that you don't have to pay to get your taxes done. We've got 500 volunteers standing by at 9 locations. And it's really very simple. If you're looking for help to get your taxes done, all you have to do is call 211 on the sign. You can call 211, they'll tell you the locations, the hours, what paperwork you need to bring. You can also go to our website, communitytaxcenters.org, and find out more information.
As an added bonus this year, those who reinvest $50 of their tax refunds into U.S. savings bonds will receive a $25 gift card to H-E-B. The City of Austin launched its new website after a month of public beta testing. Austinites shared more than 1,000 pieces of feedback on the new site, and these comments were used to improve the official launch. The site features a brand new design with improved search functions and social platforms for sharing information. In addition, the site links to a new city data portal where citizens can find statistical data representing all city departments. It is also mobile ready for pads and smartphones. You can visit the new site at austintexas.gov. And finally, local job seekers were able to make connections with nearly 100 public and private employers representing 1,500 job openings at the annual Citywide Community Job and Resource Expo. The event, which attracted more than 3,000 attendees, was hosted by the City of Austin in partnership with Travis County and other local employers. Participants had the opportunity to meet with representatives from the city and county, as well as businesses such as PayPal, Lowe's, Seton Healthcare Network, Wells Fargo, and many more. Workshops on interview techniques and resume writing were also offered. The expo also offered information on small business assistance, health and wellness, housing, and resources for veterans. The city plans to host another expo in 2013. And that's all for this edition of City View. I'm your host, Leslie Sopko. Our next episode premieres Friday, February 10th. Thanks for watching.